Like to show you how to use the Grunt JavaScript task runner to organize your project into more manageable chunks or files. Let's get started. Basically, you can go to this site called grunt.js, or you can go to my website and under node and click on grunt.js. So this is where you can learn more information that you have to do. And I'm going to talk about two plugins that today that are pretty useful to be able to do this. One of the plugins is called the Contribution Clean, and you can find that over here. And the other plugin that I'm going to talk about is the main plugin is called the Includes. And you can also search for it here if you want to get some more information. And this is the one which I like to talk about, Grunt Includes. So let me just show you how to include or how to get the plugin here. It's basically fairly straightforward. I'm going to do so the command to install the two plugins are this. You can install Grunt Contributes Clean and Grunt Includes, and you will have that plugin installed. And then basically you can start with a grunt file.js, which is what I'm going to talk about here. Clean is basically going to clean that particular directory. In this case, I'm going to clean all the intermediate HTML files. So I said when I done remove everything that is under the build directory, under build, and which has anything with HTML suffix or that suffix, and but don't clean the index.html, which is basically my output file. So I want that to be left alone. Uh, then again, let me go over a little bit more about the details as to what it is doing. It's basically going to include other HTML files or other files so that you can break up a big HTML file into smaller projects. And as you work on bigger projects, you will find that it is quite necessary. So let me just show you what three files I have example. So this is my top level file. Basically, it's a standard HTML file, but what you have noticed is I'm including the content of another HTML file, and here I'm including the content of the second HTML file. So if I show you, this has just a div, and this has just another set of div, and the output of this is just this file. So what I've done is basically I've taken a big HTML file, or it could be any other files, and break it down into more manageable files that can be handled by other developers or for just managing your own project. To do that, it's pretty straightforward. I say current working directory has to be sites. This is where I showed you those files. So sites has those my HTML files. Source is basically all HTML file. Destination is build. So whenever I do, I'm going to send it to this build directory here. And options is flatten is true, include path is build, and this is just a banner I show. So to use this, you have to say you have to load grunt includes, you have to load contribute clean, which is what I do to clean up all the intermediate files. And this means the default, it's going to run basically includes and clean. So let me just show you how it works. So as you can see in the build directory, I already ran it before. So I have some intermediate files, and then I have my main output file. This is my main output file. So what I'm going to show is, let's say I just say grunt clean. It is going to remove all the intermediate files as we talked about here in the JS file. It removes everything but the index. So you can see here in this directory, I only have my output file that is generated. And if I just run the default program, it's basically going to rebuild all of this thing. So let me show you how the rebuilding works. Let's say in my content2.html, I say more content, and I add another paragraph here. It says more content now added to demo, and we just save it. And as you can see, my output file doesn't have that here because it's not really. So if I just run this grunt again, so if I just say grunt -v, just the verbose option, so it's going to run and generate my output file. If I go into build, here is my output file, and you can see here it added the thing. And if you look it up in the browser, you can just open it in the browser, and you see it added that. So thank you for the short tutorial. If you want to learn more, you can go to my website goreassociates.com. Thank you.